Is Microsoft spying on you using Windows 10? Let's uncover the truth behind this. Before we begin, this is Jamie for TopEvt. Let's uncover the truth. Now, I don't like the idea of mass surveillance or a government or any such kind of agency spying on the citizens or any individual for that matter. The reason I don't like it is it's like giving away your fundamental right for freedom of expression, and once you lose freedom of expression, you live in a very dark society. If we live in a society that doesn't allow freedom of expression and the freedom of speech, then ideas are getting crumpled, and only the powerful or the people in power will have power, and the other people who are being oppressed will stay oppressed. This is the reason why a mass surveillance system is not right for the society. When I heard the news of Microsoft using Windows 10 for mass surveillance of the people, then I was skeptical at first. But then more and more reports started to come up. Many people were claiming that they did tests and they were saying that Microsoft is able to see and understand what you're doing on your computer. Basically, they can see whatever you're doing on your computer in Windows 10. This started to trouble me, and I wanted to get to the bottom of this. Basically, I wanted to find the truth about this. Since I have really in-depth knowledge about networking and computer systems in general, and had some specialized computer networking products at home available for me to use, I set up a system to find the truth. Now, those of you who know a little about computers, I will just explain the setup in brief, that how this was monitored. 3 test computers were used, one laptop, one desktop, and another small convertible laptop, a mini laptop if you can say that. 2 of the computers had fresh copies of Microsoft Windows 10 installed onto it, and one was a regular laptop which I use always for a lot of internet searching and researching so that we can get a more optimum result. All computers had Microsoft accounts signed into it, and the default settings of privacy were on, so there is no change for any privacy settings. These 3 computers were connected to the internet through a network which consisted of a couple of Cisco switches, a PIX firewall, and routers. The setup was such that every packet, that is every byte of data that was sent and received from the internet from these 3 computers were logged and copied. So you had an exact copy of whatever data was being sent and received on another computer. This setup was run for a grand total of 122 hours. What did we find? Was Microsoft really collecting any data, and what kind of data was Microsoft collecting? We have the answer. We took the entire data that was collected and we started to sort it out. After we had removed all the other data, that is non-Microsoft contact data, and trust me, there was a lot of it, we just focused on the data that was sent and received from Microsoft. What we found was 29% of the entire data that was sent to Microsoft was Windows Defender related. After that, there was 63% of data was Windows Update related. 6% of the data was SkyDrive related. Even though we didn't actually upload or download anything from SkyDrive, it keeps on checking constantly and is just sending data back and forth for some reason. Maybe it's a bug that Microsoft needs to fix. After that, there was 2% that was of the remaining data was usage data. We analyzed this usage data that was sent, and I tried to find out what exactly is being sent. The data being sent is not what you think. Microsoft is not taking snapshots of what you're doing and uploading it to its server like many of the people are saying. Windows was not copying every image file that you are opening on your computer, and it wasn't copying any files that you were opening. Many people were seeing the data peaks that you can see when you open up images or anything like that. What was happening is, since Windows 10 is tied up to SkyDrive so well, every time you open an image, your image viewer checks up with your OneDrive and your OneDrive automatically syncs. Similarly, any other file that you are using, this is what is happening. It's just trying to keep your data updated and trying to check if this file has to be uploaded to OneDrive, or is there a new version of the file in your OneDrive. In other cases, it was just referring to the Microsoft servers whether this file is some kind of a virus. That would happen if you are trying to open up some unknown exes, or you are trying to open up something that doesn't look right to the Windows Defender. Now, this doesn't mean that Microsoft wasn't collecting your data. Microsoft was collecting data, but it was only collecting as much as Google would do or any other search engine would do. This shouldn't be news to you that everything you search in Cortana would be actually stored at Microsoft. That's okay. That is what would happen if you had searched in Siri, or if you had used any other voice assistant for that matter. As much as I would have liked to come up and say that Microsoft is spying on you or is collecting all your data, it's not true. I have used my own Microsoft account, so these are not new accounts that are created. This is the account that I have been using for so many years. So maybe there is a difference in that, I don't know. But at least in the test that I did, and it doesn't get any more specific and any more perfect than this test which I did, Microsoft is not spying on you. That being said, we should understand that we live in a world where privacy is a luxury that we don't have anymore. So I would advise you that not just for Windows 10, for any operating system that you're using, hell, if you're using Linux, use some kind of thing that you have to do. For example, some people use Tor, some people use VPN. There are many other things. If you're tech savvy, you can do a lot of things. You can mask your IP, you can change IPs, you can bounce IPs. Basically do whatever you have to do to avoid being in mass surveillance. So just do whatever you have to do. I don't know if I can give you any specifics because I don't want the video to get banned, but do whatever you have to do to protect yourself from mass surveillance. If you like the video, please like, share or subscribe, or all of that. If you want to see more videos like this or have any suggestions for videos, please put them down in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel if you like more videos like this. This has been Jamie for TopEvt. Thank you for tuning in.